Hello, I am back with another Pokemon X and Y. I guess I'm just gonna call these link battles or Wi-Fi battles or whatever. So this is a multi-battle. I got a best of 3 for you today. So there'll be 3 battles, 1 episode, and yeah, enjoy. So these are actually my bros here, his friends. So I don't really know any of them. So yeah. So it's him and his friend. I guess his closer friend, you can say, against me and his other friend here. So, as you can see, they have a pretty bulked out team, while I have not that good of a team here, because I didn't want to go in with all the legendaries and everything. So he Mega Evolves into a Mega Houndoom, which looks like a boss, but its stats aren't that great. So that Yveltal goes for a Focus Blast, but misses. I did not see what the Houndoom used, and I used, what's it called? Dazzling Gleam. So, Yveltal uses Phantom Force. I use Dazzling Gleam, he avoids, and I hit the Houndoom. And Wobbuffet went for counter again, but it did nothing. So, Phantom Force on my Sylveon, I use Moonblast, and Yveltal barely lives. Counter, but it fails again, so I just go for Quick Attack just to get rid of that Yveltal. So, Yveltal's gone, which is great because that's a legendary and I do not want to be dealing with it. So, Wobbuffet's also gone because of the likes of Flamethrower. So his friend here goes into a Delphox and he goes into his Mew, my partner. So Delphox uses Fire Blast, eliminates my Sylveon, sadly. But good for Sylveon, he put in a lot of work against some very tough Pokemon. But now his Mega Houndoom is down, which is great. So, yeah, he goes into Zekrom, and I go into my Mismagigas. See, this is the part, sorry about that, where it's kind of tricky. Sorry about that background noise, though. Anyways, I use Terrashong, so he knows what it is, but that's the thing. He doesn't know that after I use a Mean Look, it doesn't do anything, and yes, I kind of just spoiled my next attack. I think that's what I use at least. Yeah, I use Mean Look. So on his Zekrom, so now Zekrom can't escape. But he doesn't know after Mismagius faints, he can switch out, which is, I feel kind of bad for not telling him that. But it's good on my play because it gets rid of the Zekrom. Anyways, I go to my Greninja. I use Ice Beam on that Zekrom actually because Zekrom's not somebody you want to mess with. And I don't know what he used. I think it was a Psych move that does not affect me. And he used Fusion Volt on that Mew. Thank the Lord that he did not use it on me because that would leave it up to my partner. So I use Ice Beam, eliminating that Zekrom, which is great because that thing is a big threat. And the Delphox goes for Mystical Fire. And Mew's special attack falls, which is not that great. But he gets a Bug Bite out, so that's not the best. But the Pair Song goes down. I'm not sure why my partner did not switch out with his Mew. So that's kind of disappointing because Mew would have helped a lot. And you could have seen like a Mew versus Mewtwo battle there. So that's kind of upsetting, but whatever. So here it's kind of unfair, a big time unfair advantage because I'm in with the Water Starter and they all have legendaries on the field. One that can Mega Evolve as well, which is extremely unfair. So, that absolutely sucks. So, I don't know what he used, but, what's his name? Greninja lived it, but the next turn, he cannot live Aurora Time, so, sadly, out goes my Greninja, and it is up to my partner here and his Latios. So Diogo uses Heal Block, Latios cannot heal. Mewtwo uses Me First, flies up high, and Latios flies up. Or, sorry, that's actually supposed to be Latias, not Latios. and he flies up high too. So this time he uses on the Mewtwo, and Roar Time, of course, is going to kill the Latios. So sadly, we lost the first round of the best of 3. So we got another battle here, right here. Let's play this one up. So that first battle took a while, actually, a long time. So excuse me, I'm just going to turn up the volume here. So they start out with Dialga and Yveltal, and I start out Kieran White, and he starts out with Aegislash. So yeah, this time I actually brought a legendary in here. Actually, this time I think I brought 2 legendaries. So he used King Shield, and something used Dragon Rush, but he missed, and I used Blizzard, one hitting the Yveltal and doing at least 40% on that Dialga. So he uses Roar Time, taking out my Kyurem. But it's okay, Kyurem took out my Yveltal, which is all I really needed. It would have been nice if Dialga would have been taken out too, but whatever. So I go into Rayquaza, Airlock, yada. Delphox uses Fire Blast, Aegislash avoids. I use Outrage hoping to land it on Dialga, but I didn't. That's okay because Dialga had to recharge, and he used Sacred Sword to eliminate Dialga, which is great on my behalf because now I don't have to deal with it, and I can eliminate this nice looking Delphox. So yeah, but instead, actually, my friend here, Aegislash, uses Shadow Sneak and eliminates Delphox. So I get in an Outrage on the Zekrom, which does a clean 100% damage to eliminate Zekrom. So unfortunately, my Rayquaza became confused, and yeah. So he goes in with Giratina. I'm not sure why he does not have the Greasiest Orb on him, or however you pronounce it, because his other form looks so much better. So he evolves into Mewtwo Y, I think. No, that's Mewtwo X. No, that's Mewtwo Y, yeah. So yeah, Aegislash goes for another King Shield to protect himself. Psychic, Aegislash protects. I am confused, but I hurt myself sadly. Giratina uses Shadow Force. Mewtwo uses me first, but it failed. I am confused, and I use Crunch on that Mewtwo, which is super effective and drops its defense. Giratina hits a Shadow Force, does not do that much. Aegislash raises attack with Sword Dance, swaps in and uses a nice Shadow Sneak on that Mewtwo. So Mewtwo is out. And I think that is it for his partner. I snap out, I use Crunch on the Giratina, and Giratina lands in a Dragon Claw, but unfortunately for him, it would have been better if he would have used it on Rayquaza instead of Aegislash, which allows me to get out an Outrage on his Giratina for us to win the battle. Yeah, so we are going into overtime here with... Yeah, so we both kind of changed up our teams a bit. So he still starts out with an Aegislash, and I go with Miss Magius, or however you pronounce it. So he Mega evolves with his Houndoom right off the bat, which I don't think happened last battle. I don't think he used the Mega Houndoom. I think he had all legendaries. So I used Perish Song, all of them will faint in 3 turns, Crunch, yada yada yada. Shadow Blizzard unfortunately killed all of us. Not killed all of us, only kills me. So yeah. Aegislash gets a nice Sword Dance up. They follow 3. And I go into my star Pokemon, Nidoking. So he actually figured out that he can withdraw, so unfortunately his Houndoom will not die thanks to that. Anyways, I use Ice Beam on his Venusaur instead, but that is okay because it just is. So he used Sacred Sword on his Venusaur as well. So this turn I go for a nice Ice Beam on his Dragonite, I'm pretty sure. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he protects himself with the King's Shield, and I land an Ice Beam, doing a clean 93% on the Dragonite. So yeah, he withdraws his Dragonite, or withdrew, and goes into Electros, which I know Earthquake does not effect, so unfortunately that Electros will do some damage. But instead I use Ice Beam on Venusaur to eliminate it. Aegislash changes his stance and uses a nice Sacred Sword on the Electros, which does a clean 95%. Unfortunately, Aegislash goes down, and his partner goes into a Viveltil, and mine goes into a nice Metagross. Nice shiny looking Metagross, I should say. Metagross definitely get a Mega soon. So yeah, he uses Focus Blast, he lives. I use Ice Beam on my Viveltil, does not do as much as I expected. Unfortunately, the Hammer Arm misses. Thunder Wave does not affect me. Focus Blast misses. Ice Beam hits and eliminates Electros. Metagross uses Hyper Beam, which does not do that much, unfortunately. And in comes his Mega Houndoom, who uses Fire Blast on Metagross. Metagross is bad out, unfortunately. That sucks for us. Focus Blast hits. I eat that up. I use a nice Earthquake just because I want to deal as much damage as I can to this Houndoom. And he has his nice shiny looking Charizard left. So he Mega Evolves into that nice shiny Dragon type Charizard. So yeah, Houndoom used Flamethrower on Nidoking. Unfortunately, Nidoking was not able to eat that up and was taken out. Dragon Rush was also performed, which Charizard lived and hit on a Heat Wave, but unfortunately none of them died. So here, I actually used Quick Attack when I was actually supposed to use Dazzling Gleam, because I lived the hit, but I could not finish the damage off. So if I would have used Dazzling Gleam, this battle becomes so much closer than it actually is. So he just uses Crunch and then Focus Blast, and they both hit, but Sylveon still bossed. I live both the hits, and I eliminate both them. Unfortunately, I die as well, and I think that Dragonite is still alive, so they have won the battle. And that is all I've got for you for this best of 3. Good job to them, they're the winners. See ya.